Everybody ready for those field trips?
Yes.
I know, and one of them is actually going to be going to where one of our speakers is from today. I am the moderator today. My name is Chris Abbott. I'm with the National Park Service here in Atlanta, the regional office. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time myself talking because you're here to hear them. The focus today is on historic preservation. What does it mean, or what does it offer, related to conservation of resources? And so we've got some fantastic speakers today. And I'm going to go first. I'm going to introduce each of the speakers, and then we're going to have them do their presentation. So first off, we're going to have Ken Stewart today. Mr. Stewart's here. You heard from some of the students that worked with him yesterday. They did a fantastic job. Mr. Stewart is the director of the Tennessee Aquatic Project. He is, sorry, I can't be wrong right. He's been involved with the black scuba divers for quite a long while and got interested in researching old shipwrecks, especially slave ships in South Florida, and they got him involved with kids. And so, I don't remember the student yesterday that mentioned he was your youngest diver. Marcus, very excited person there. And so he's done a lot of research at some of our National Park Service sites in South Florida. Mr. Stewart is going to speak first today. Then we've got Johnny Waits. Then we've got our two Park Service people. We've got Joy Lyons from Mammoth Cave National Park. Joy is the Chief of Program Services at the park. She also has written a book called Making Your Mark, and she's going to talk a little about that today. She's going to be speaking with Jerry Bransford, who everybody heard yesterday. Mr. Bransford did an awesome job. We're looking forward to hearing more about his relationship to the park, his family, for the last 150 plus years. And Mr. Bransford is a seasonal ranger at Mammoth Cave National Park. Then we're going to have Johnny Waits speaking today. Mr. Waits is the president of the Flat Rock Archive. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the work they've done at the archive. They're one of the sites within the Arabian Mountain National Heritage Area, one of our newer National Heritage areas, which is located just east of Atlanta, about 15 miles. And they've done some amazing work in cataloging and documenting the African-American history of that area and of Mr. Waits' family. So he's going to talk a little more about that wonderful connection to history that heritage area created. And then our last presenter today is going to be Queen Quet, and who y'all probably heard 2 days ago. The Queen is an amazing resource for Gullah Geechee culture. She is the head of state of the Gullah Geechee Nation. She stems from 2 Gullah Geechee families.
Carolina and Dato.
Okay. In South Carolina, where she was homegrown in her native culture. She is the first selected and elected Queen Mother, official spokesperson, and liaison for the Gullah Geechee Nation. She was the first Gullah Geechee to speak out on behalf of her people before the United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland. And so she has been a great resource for the wonderful work that she's doing with Gullah Geechee. She is also a commissioner for the new Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor, which is another one of our newer national heritage areas of the region. So you'll get a chance to hear about some of our wonderful national heritage areas. So let's start first with Ken, if you'd like to start for us. And hold your questions to the end, everyone, and we'll see if we have some time before the field trips.
Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ken Stewart. I wear many hats, so the hat I guess they want me to talk about today is my involvement with some of the preservations of trying to find some ships that we're looking for. But I am the co-founder of an organization called Tennessee Aquatic Project and development group based out of Nashville. And we're going to tap if we have some time. But the program that probably we need to talk about is Diving with Purpose. Through Tennessee Aquatic Project, I came up with this organization called Diving with Purpose. It's not an organization, it's a program where we teach the lay diver. Now you have to be a scuba diver, we teach the lay diver how to identify and map underwater wrecks. In other words, I am a lay diver, I'm not a professional diver, and so it would be a program for me. And what we've done, we've partnered with Geechee Park, which is part of the National Park System, where they are the mandate to find to map all the wrecks that they have in the park. There's many wrecks. There are 41 wrecks in that park. Wow. So I met the late park archaeologist down in the park, And she said, I need some help. And at that time, I had the resources. I said, I know a bunch of divers through the National Association of Black Scuba Divers who can help you, right? And so for the last 6 years, we have been going, teaching this underwater archaeology program, and at the same time, helping the park to identify and map their wrecks in the park. And to this date, we have done like 6 every year. I don't know if you know, and then we were blessed this year by winning the Volunteer of the Year Award for the Department of Interior. July 17th, we had hoped the president would be there to give us an award. Unfortunately, he was doing some other things. But Ken Salazar wasn't there. But we received the award from the Department of Interior, which was a magnificent award, I thought, because it recognized the work that we were doing. Now, we're not only all African Americans. Well, there are some Caucasian participants. We don't have any Hispanics. We're working on it. All Native Americans. So we'd love to have those to be more diverse. Now, why are we doing this? I think because we have a passion for our history. I am not a history buff, but it has just intrigued me to know about our history. One of the things that we're trying to find is we're trying to find some slave ships. One of the ships that we're looking for is called the Gullah, which we know is in this park. Now, if and when we do find the ship, it will be a historic kind of thing because it will be the first time that African Americans, a majority, not all, will be able to map a slave ship, right? I mean, in terms of the historic significance of that. So that's one of the things that we are doing. It's an ongoing program. This year will be well, it's our 6th year. Okay, this year will be our 6th year. We've already set the dates. It has gotten so popular that we have to go to 2 weeks. Right? It used to be 1 week session. Now we have to have 2 week sessions. And also, you know, I'm very much involved with young people, so we have young people who can actually take this course and be a part of that. So I think it's just a wonderful opportunity. We've partnered with the parks, and we're partnering with NOAA and Marine Sanctuary. So it's an opportunity for not only young people and adults to experience things that they would never normally have an opportunity to do. So for me, from that standpoint, it has been a magnificent experience. Of course, I could talk to you about TAP, which is my love. And if you saw Marcus Johnson yesterday speak, and then he had an opportunity to bring Savannah Williams, who she was in a different breakout session like one of these, and her story is like truly magnificent. So for me, it's about young people. If you ever get an email from me, at the bottom of my email it will say the problems that have been created will not be solved by the minds that created them. Okay. The problems that we face will not be solved by the problems by the people who created them. In other words, young people are our future, and we have to develop them, right, to solve not only our environmental problems, but the world problems as it is, as they speak today. So, you know, when young people learn about their history and they know their history, they can figure it out and say, oh, listen, I need to do this. This is the way it's supposed to happen. And basically, that's my kind of gist of what I'm doing. It's not all of it, but that's just part of it. And I want to thank, of course, this was lovely, as Peter mentioned, this kind of who is the dynamic force behind a lot of what we do. And she has helped me tremendously. So that's my story. And that's kind of what I do.